In this video, guys, we're going to be looking at a play called PA Slide, and I really like this because of this angle on this route by this B receiver. But I like to have him a little bit closer to the middle of the field because what ends up happening, if you're further wide, he gets a little bit further down the field. So what we want to do here is we want to go make sure we block our running back. I like to put the A on a streak, the RB on a drag, okay? But in order to get this B to move a little bit closer to the left, I'm going to put the A on and motion him to the left, okay? And what that's going to do basically is give us a nice high-low with the RB and B in the middle of the field, but also gives us a nice high-low with the X and the RB to the left side of the field. So basically what you're doing is you're creating two different route combinations. I like to hit this B early in the route where he gets underneath the deep blues, or by the time the X does his comeback, you can still wait for the B to get all the way to the sidelines and still have a successful throw. So let me show you what I mean. So the first thing we're going to do is do the deep blue, right? So what you're going to notice here is that you're going to be able to get this B and kind of throw it underneath that deep blue. You kind of want to throw it a little bit flat, meaning that you want to kind of throw it a little bit further, like hold the left analog a little bit down, or maybe even to like the 7 o'clock position, because what you're doing is you're throwing it to the left. Well, look what happens on this route as far as how tight it is. When this guy goes underneath, right, we're doing the high-low, we can hit this drag underneath all the way to the sidelines because we've got that comeback over there. But we're looking to see what does the user do. And what we're able to do here is see how we're throwing this underneath this player. It gets a really nice soft spot in the zones. That's why I really like this route. And he's going to be underneath it. You're going to be able to throw it to him right there, and you're good to go. Now, let's say that for some reason they are taking away the middle of the field with their user. And we're going to simulate that by them going and covering the B receiver, right? Very well could do it. You know, they're going to take, sometimes they're going to take the deepest threat, which would be this player by all means. So we want to make sure that he's there. So now what we're doing is we're looking at the high-low when it comes to the RB and the X. So look at here. All right, they're kicking away the B. Now we're just throwing to the receiver here, and you get yourselves 6 or 7 yards. It's one of those that you take what the defense gives you. If they're in a cover 3 situation, I'm going to show you the hard flats first. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put the A on a streak, block your running back, RB on a drag, move this guy over. And what you're going to see here is that you're going to have the ability on the left side of the screen to be able to go ahead and wait for the comeback to come back and hit that player behind it, right? So if we were looking at just the left side of the screen, we can just run the comeback drag combination and know that we've got the ability to just have that success. If that's the only 2 routes that you want to look at. Now, if you want to look at, the cover 3 cloud flats, again, what you're going to do here is if you just want to look at the left side of the field, RB is going to get underneath. You can see that he's open. Get yourself to 5-6 yards so that you can. Now let's look at how that cover 3 works in the middle of the field when it comes to that that B's route, right? So we'll go ahead, move this guy over, and we're all set here. Now we're just looking at the high-low between the B and the RB, right? So here we are. B comes across. See how he's not open there? He's not open there. He's not open there. But if you continue to throw it to the sidelines, he's going to be open. So that's why I like it. If I'm just looking in the middle of the field, I can key on, I can throw it to the middle, or I can throw it to the drag. If I look at the left, I can throw it to the drag or the comeback. But with this, you know that you can throw it all the way to the sidelines depending on what it is. So that's why I wanted to show you here. This is a cover 3, and this is predicated on them not biting down. If they bite down, then you're going to be able to throw this underneath right away. See, the hook curl, they play really, really deep on this, when they're in cloud flats, because we've commanded them to play deeper, right? If they were under hook, what's it called, type of hard flats, they're not going to play as deep. But say they do that, and you miss the drag, you've got this route over here. You just want to pass lead it to the sidelines, and you're going to have a lot of success. So there's a lot of different ways I like to use this route, but for the most part, it's going to work great against cover 2 underneath the deep blue, and it's going to also give you that opportunity to keep the user in the middle of the field to work that drag comeback route to the left-hand side, or use him on the sidelines if need be.